everybody, welcome back to Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Hello.
Hey!
It's a new recording session.
It is!
Do we have to preface that so people can
think we
expect
do.
slightly higher quality content now?
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah. Well, I mean, the last episode that's coming out tomorrow is the one where we just do a bunch of Would You Rathers, right?
Yeah, tomorrow
Right,
for
that's
us,
correct.
yesterday for the viewers.
Right, yeah. No, that's true.
Well, they can put themselves in our position enough to understand what we mean when we say yesterday versus today.
Yesterday is tomorrow's. Wait,
It's
tomorrow's
this,
yes.
the
We were
pre-sequel.
talking about Men in Black before we started recording.
People are stupid.
Exactly, yeah. I was saying, I still quote that all the time. It's a very profound statement filled with profundity, which I also just like saying profundity.
Isn't
that a great
profundity a word?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a word. It's a great word.
It's one of those words that you could fool me into thinking it wasn't a word.
word? It just feels good to say profundity.
Look, I think
Sounds like-
there's something to be said about Tommy Lee Jones' sort of stoic fatherly character in Men in Black 1. I think he was portrayed in a very good way. Oh, I lived it! I died, and I don't live again.
I lived, I died, I live again.
I was gonna live again, I didn't.
You know, Nick, to your point, actually, I'd say that there's something about Mary.
Yeah, it seems to drive a lot
I
of
was gonna do it. You thought I was gonna, but I didn't.
drives a lot of men to be con men for some reason.
I don't think you can live. I don't think you can live.
I don't think you.
I did it.
Yes, you can.
I did it before.
He did it.
There's a
You just
lot of
gotta
shit on the
believe
screen
How
already.
he does it.
You gotta believe.
I choose not to believe.
That's why you didn't. Okay, well.
I want to believe. You guys
This
like
is gonna be
fucking? You guys like fucking?
Yeah, it's actually great.
Robert.
Is he gonna get from?
Do we, are we refreshed on our Ultimate Chicken Horse videos?
No, I was gonna say, do you guys like fucking?
Rob.
I think what he meant to say is, do you guys like fucking?
That's the rare double Rob back. Like,
I hope it finishes up with something so innocuous. Be like, you guys like fucking the 2010 movie Red starring Bruce Willis?
That's a pretty bad movie, right?
It's okay.
Wait, were we done
I
talking
never
about Men
saw
in
that
Black already? Oh, I'm in hell.
you waited way too long.
This is
Yeah,
way too long.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
That long.
Oh, I loved it. It
We
was a good
almost did it. I have no idea what I was gonna say, to be honest.
Okay, let's
Lost
move
it.
on.
It's gone. Yeah,
You got up and over the easiest part.
that's true.
Or sorry, the
underdog.
hardest part. So there's an anecdote of Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey interacting on the set of Batman Forever.
Okay.
It's like at the height of Jim Carrey's like, I'm a zany guy who's making like $20 million a movie for just having an elastic face, sort of period. And Tommy Lee Jones apparently, this is from a quote from Jim Carrey.
Good luck, Rob.
Pulls him aside and is like, I don't respect you, and I cannot stand for your clownish behavior.
Yeah, I read that too. That's so good.
Damn.
The gist of the story is basically Tommy Lee Jones is so, I guess, old school that he can't even like put on a facade to be nice to Jim Carrey. He has to, even though they're working together, he has to go over and be like, I really do not like you.
I just want you to know, I'm not faking. I don't like you.
Yeah.
That is an interesting
hard to
anecdote
read.
about how Tommy Lee Jones.
I think by
apparently
now,
is a
though,
dick.
they'd probably have gotten along after the, he kind of got over his rubber face period. Jim Carrey, I
Jim
mean.
Carrey is one of those people that we just pretend to not know about his causes outside of film, right?
Yes,
like,
his
isn't he kind of
I mean,
What do you
What's
mean
his
by
causes?
he is anti-vaccination.
anti-vax?
He is?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he is Canadian, so.
Wow!
Oh,
That's
that's
what I mean. Like, he's kind of
sad.
a little too
That's,
far.
it's one of those things. Like I learned a long time ago that, well, maybe not learned, but just believe that, like, honestly, you have to separate the artist and the
Right.
person. You know, like, I like Tom Cruise movies. I don't
Yeah.
like Tom Cruise. You know.
I think that's fair.
And that's-
Yeah, you're
that's
right. That's
okay.
the right way to go about it. I just didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
once
I
you
did.
start like policing people for all of their attitudes and then being like, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch that," the star of that movie believes something I don't. I think you're going down a dangerous path.
Yeah, exactly.
But Jim Carrey, like, he's like the anti-Adam Sandler, right? Like, he's got a lot of good stuff.
He's been
He
all
does
over
have
the
a lot
map.
of good.
He has largely, except for some outliers, I think, charted better in his late career than his early career.
Yeah,
If you
that's
ignore
true.
the number 23, and
Yeah, that was
Well-
really bad.
probably also
Yeah.
Kick-Ass.
I
You
guess
guys
that's
like,
at the
you
time.
like
I
Yes
was-
I like
Man?
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass 2.
Oh. Yeah, right. He was in that one, not the first one, huh?
Do you guys like Yes Man?
No.
Yes.
No,
man.
that's very bad.
I don't think it's very bad.
No, that's Bruce Almighty levels of bad.
I guess
No,
I can
Bruce
go.
Almighty is
wasn't
not
bad.
that bad.
Yeah, you're
Well,
Heaven
that's-
Almighty is really bad.
Well, that's the level that I'm talking about. Bruce Almighty levels of bad. I didn't say that it was like the word.
Oh, so you,
It's not-
oh yeah, that's
it's not
like
Space
Schindler's.
Jam.
That's Schindler's List levels of bad, which is to say, not really bad at all. In fact, it's a bit-
Oh, no. I still think Bruce Almighty is bad. I'm just saying that it's not
I
like
disagree.
it's
Bruce
not.
Almighty is borderline, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I've found something to like in pretty much every Jim Carrey movie.
Is it Jim Carrey?
It might be.
Oh my! This level is not doable.
It's
No,
very
no.
hard. I think it's doable though. I see a line. Well,
I mean,
okay, let's shift to other comedy actor. Do you guys like Stranger Than Fiction?
Yes.
For some
like that.
reason,
Oh,
that is,
yeah.
that is blowing my mind. I don't
That's
know what. you're
yeah.
talking
I had the
about.
same
Will
reaction.
Ferrell.
I had to think about it, and then I remembered
Oh!
the DVD cover is like an apple, right? It's like
Yeah, Fiona Apple.
Will Ferrell holding a briefcase while standing in the middle of a road.
there's an apple, something to do with an apple in that.
Yeah. Well, because the apple, like he's gonna. Well, this is a spoiler, but he's gonna get hit by a smooth criminal. Wait, actually, isn't that the end that I was about to spoil?
Stranger Than Fiction DVD cover. I see Will Ferrell holding a jacket, looking at the New York skyline.
Yeah, that sounds right.
What the hell am I thinking of then with the apple?
No.
Honestly, that
I
movie's
think you're
okay.
thinking about like.
Oh, check the DVD, check the disc. See if the disc has an apple on it.
It's fine.
Stranger Than Fiction DVD disc. It's Will Ferrell.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, this is the Swedish cover. Hey, the DVD is a green apple.
Yes!
So Sweden.
Yes!
We watched the Swedish version.
No, this is the English one. The DVD is like a bright green apple.
Oh.
I knew there was an apple.
Well, the
I
apple
will give you
is, like,
$100
sort of
if you beat this level. I'm 100% serious.
Here we go.
The apple's kind of the Chekhov's gun in that.
Do you know what's on the DVD of Spanglish?
Adam Sandler being shitty at everything.
Tostada.
It's a melty sandwich.
Yeah, that makes sense. A croque monsieur, if you will.
You know, we talk a lot of shit about Adam Sandler, but like, you know, the world has spoken. They think Adam Sandler's funny.
No.
They
No.
The world has spoken.
I mean,
I'm
hey,
more in the for than against side,
it's
if you can believe that.
It's not really a subset
Yeah.
when he made the most popular movie on Netflix.
No, it's the most popular Netflix original movie.
That's still.
I'm not for
like,
his last like shitfest movie, but like the majority of his career I found pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm like
majority,
totally
though?
okay with that.
I don't know about the majority.
Because, like, the midpoint of his career is, like, 50 First Dates.
Yeah.
So,
I like that movie.
From 92 to 2004, you're going, like, Billy Madison, 50 First Dates.
I'm gonna say I liked his first two films, and then it's all downhill from
What
there.
what was the Mr. Deeds? That one was okay.
How many total films do you think we're talking about for Adam Sandler?
Probably, like, 60 or 70 films.
Yeah, he's like
Okay.
a 1950s film director. That's
He
how
is
many
a
movies he's been in.
workhorse.
Yeah,
I'll give him
like-
that.
If he's got 60 films, I'm gonna give him 20 of those I liked.
Name 10 of them.
All right, Little Nicky, Waterboy, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore.
Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Yeah,
Yeah, but-
okay, sure.
I
the
think
question.
if you're given, like, a 50-50 split to Mr. Deeds, you're in trouble, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I went
true.
maybe a little hard on saying 20. Maybe I meant to say 10.
Jesus.
8 Crazy Nights, Click. You can't win, can you?
I did kind of like Click, even though I thought it was ridiculous.
It's a fine movie. I honestly, it's a movie where you say click, and then half of chat is like, that movie's fucking awful, and the other half's like, it's kind of okay.
You're
It's just-
allowed to live in the gray area, right?
What
Like
that-
you can
no,
not
it's-
like something and like parts of it.
Well, I'm not gonna lay in the cut anymore.
Yeah, I know you're
firstly,
not.
But secondarily, the thing about Click is that like it didn't know what it wanted to be, or it did know what it wanted to be, and that almost makes it worse. In that like it was a over-the-top comedy, yet also tried to be a tearjerker.
It's
and
a legit
it was
tearjerker.
No, but the thing is, like, it was a very manufactured tear jerking. Like, I feel like I was jerked
I
off
disagree.
by a cheap hooker.
It went
Whereas-
really dramatized at the end.
Yeah, like it went like way too hard in the paint, only at the end.
But how does it relate to the cut?
Well, firstly, I just want to let it be known, I'm not going to lay in there anymore.
Okay, yes.
I can't
the record
stop.
The record is shown.
I can't
Yeah.
stop jumping weirdly.
Nick.
I'm serious.
I'd give it a 4
Ah.
orbits.
4 Norbits out of 5?
I'm not gonna go out on any limbs and say Click is like a great movie. You know, I might not even call it like a good movie. Like I give it average overall at best, but I think there are some legitimately emotional moments in that movie that aren't cheating moments.
I just
Hold
think
up.
if
Is
you
Austin
can
talking about movies as well?
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I've seen. This is the thing about movies. I've seen way more recent movies proportionally than I have like older movies. Any movie from the 90s, it's unlikely I've seen it.
Technically, every movie is older because
I mean,
they're all in
you
the
know
past.
what? That's a good, but that well, not your point, but Austin's point is actually kind of a good point in that like
Oh Jesus!
90s is kind of old now, isn't it?
Yeah, man,
That's like 30 years old.
we're getting there.
That's crazy.
we are
I still
gonna
consider
die
the
very
90s
soon.
Like, yeah, the 90s was, my childhood. That's like fucking 30 years ago now.
It's getting down there. Yeah, there's no doubt.
It's not good.
I mean,
Dicey.
isn't it though?
Well, I mean,
I feel kind of lucky I got to grow up in the 90s.
But
the
why?
90s were good.
There was just like a lot of happy shit going on. Everybody was kind of in their own little world, and we didn't quite
the
have the
Gulf War.
pervasiveness. Oh, okay, you got to talk about the Gulf War. Thanks, Rob.
Could it be, on the other hand, just because you were under the age of 12?
Maybe I was selectively sheltered based on that, but we didn't have the pervasiveness of the internet. We didn't have all kinds of poisonous media coming out every left, right, and center. We had a fantastic setup of video games growing up, which is,
True.
for me, something that I'm still pretty happy with. The SNES era is still one of the best.
I mean, that was sort of the golden age of video games, right? Like in the 90s.
I think that's like a little, like not rose tinted, but like a little insulting to the fact like we have so many more games right now.
True,
we did
but
not
like-
have
but like-
nearly as many games.
in the
back then,
90s, all of the things that we know from video games today.
Yeah, genre foundationals happened in the 90s. You don't get to ever have
Yeah.
that again.
So, oh,
What about Rogue?
Well,
I don't know
so,
when Rogue came out,
if you-
actually.
1982.
yeah,
if you watch like any of the old like angry video game nerd videos, you realize that there were plenty of shitty games.
No, I'm not saying there weren't
yeah.
shitty games. I'm
I'm
just
not-
saying
yeah.
there was a very large amount of great ones, too.
yeah, and,
Could it
and
be because you were under the age of 12?
to a large degree,
maybe.
yes, but again, like I was saying, and then like Nick was saying, they are like genre foundational games in that era that games still even reference today and use.
Well, it was a defining time in games, so
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't think Ryan's even necessarily wrong either. I'm not really arguing against him. It may just be my own personal bias that I can't escape from.
Like, okay,
I just feel like you-
Battleship Potemkin is not the greatest.
Okay.
No. Okay,
Okay.
but hear me out here. Battleship Potemkin is not the greatest movie ever made. It's actually also pretty boring, but it was an important film. And growing up in that era must have been pretty cool too. You see a new medium kind of come into its own.
Yeah.
fuck.
I feel very lucky to have had the ability to grow up with video games for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, Battleship Potemkin's no Interstellar, but I mean, it's-
What is, right?
yeah. You see the trailer for Dunkirk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Dunkirk. That's like Dishonored, right?
The
That's
new
Dunwall.
Oh.
No, that's Dun Connard.
It's done Connard.
Yeah.
Done Connard.
What's his name? What's the director's name?
Christopher Nolan.
Chris Nolan,
That's
yeah.
it. That's
It's
the
Chris
one.
Nolan's new film.
Chris Nolan.
That's what he does in that song, right? He's like, Chris Nolan.
What does he do?
Nolan.
No.
He's like,
Where am I?
keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
I knew it
rolling,
worked, dude. I knew it worked.
It was obscured by the windmill.
I had an opportunity to answer Rob's question. Now I've let it slip.
Yeah.
Rip.
Rolling, rolling,
Life
rolling,
after
rolling. What? Rolling,
Yeah.
rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah.
What?
Rolling, 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 rolling. Come on.
You guys ever see Cradle to the Grave?
No.
Really?
it
You never
too
saw
late?
that?
Really?
Too late.
No,
To...
I mean, I'm just surprised. You know, it's an action film from the early 2000s. Very bad.
Yes.
They used the number 2 for 2, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, that's how I knew
It
was
might have also been Doug.
No.
I'm not sure.
good. No, it was the. I'm pretty sure it was the.
It was The Grave? Okay.
Is it Jet Li, Steven Seagal, or is wait, that's DMX,
No.
Steven Seagal?
Yeah, yeah. No, DMX, Jet Li, I believe?
Do you mind if I?
I do mind, Austin. I do.
Yeah, pretty
Do
much.
you guys, little known, like honestly surprising fact that you wouldn't expect.
Okay.
Our family would go to the movies nearly every Sunday.
That's cool.
Really?
My mom and I went bowling nearly every Sunday for a while.
Cradle to the Grave. DMX, Jet Li,
Yeah.
Anthony Anderson, Kelly Hu, and Tom Arnold. That's
Kelly
a
Hu?
classic.
That was back when you thought Anthony Anderson's career was going places.
Anthony Anderson
Anthony
Cooper.
Anderson is on Blackish, one of the top sitcoms on television right now, Robert.
Oh, is he really? Good for him. I liked
at that
Anthony
Murph.
Anderson a lot. He had like a great breakout period, and then it was
Mr.
all kind
Anderson.
of downhill. But if he's on a great TV show, then good for him.
I'm gonna try to guess who Anthony Anderson is.
Okay.
Is he the guy?
He was in
who's-
Kangaroo Jack.
Yes, I was gonna say he was in a scary movie, one of the scary movies, but
He has
That's
white hair,
probably was.
correct.
well put together. He's on CNN all the time.
he's in like
Yeah.
one of the only funny parts of that movie where he's like, "How do you wake up dead?" That part.
Oh, he and Kevin Hart argue.
Yes.
in
Broken
those
broom
films.
sticking out your forehead.
Kevin Hart's in Kangaroo Jack?
No,
No,
this
we're talking
is
about
in
Scary Movie.
Probably Scary Movie.
No, the
3, I think.
stamming.
I think this is
Yeah.
that joke is there's one in Scary Movie 3 and in Scary Movie 4.
Man, those movies probably do not hold up at all.
No.
Even
don't.
People who are like Scary Movie 1 and 2 are pretty good. Nah, all you give me like the Scary Movie franchise and how you feel about it, and I will give you when you turn 14 years old. And I was 13 or 12 when Scary Movie 1 came out, so I own Scary Movie 1 and 2 on DVD, and I would have
Yeah.
stood by those movies in
Yeah.
the early 2000s.
Yeah, I enjoyed 3 and kind of 4. So
No, I like 3. I like 3.
I
was
saw
up to 3.
I saw 3 in theaters, and I was like, that's pretty okay.
You know
But
who's
then
like
4, I was like, I'm done.
Am I crazy to say that I actually think it's a goddamn travesty that Anna Faris is remembered for Scary Movie and, you know, not really much else? Because I think she's hilarious.
I mean, she's still doing stuff.
She is. She's been in like some romantic comedies and stuff, but
I got greedy.
Would you rather watch Scary Movie 1 or American Pie 1?
American Pie 1.
I've
without
never
a
seen
doubt.
American Pie 1, so that one.
it's good.
Yeah, I would also rather watch American Pie 1.
I don't really like it though.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of American Pie.
It's a would you rather. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not.
We
go
learned
there.
something
of
about
all
each
the
other.
scary movies, Scary Movie 1 is the closest one to being good.
Is it though? Because like that probably still had a lot of like, you know, topical
It
referential
was
humor.
topical to Scream at the time.
Yeah, right.
Well,
exactly.
Yeah, but Scary Movie 2, you know, Anna
That was the
Faris
finger one?
hands the older brother from Malcolm in the Middle a book, and it's called like Harry Pothead and the Philosopher's Stoned or something like that.
Oh!
You're like, the writers for this movie are 45 years old. Come on. Like, give me something better. And it's the ultimate franchise for like, okay, well, don't be a snob. Just like leave your brain at the door. And like, if you like them, that's fine. But like, I don't think they're at all good. Oh my God.
No, they're bad. They're definitely bad.
Are they like
Probably
they're
the
bad
one
and you
here
should
to
feel
most
bad?
likely like bad movies, I think.
Well, I mean, I like bad movies from time to time. I
No, but,
consider
like-
myself a film aficionado.
But like
yet
bad movies.
I still like bad movies.
I love the MST3K, man. I get down on
That's not
shitty
bad.
sci-fi.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's
Okay.
not bad. That's good.
I'm trying to think of a bad movie that I like.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that they're bad. I
No,
have fun with
Gunpowder's
them.
amazing, and I will not take your lies.
Kung Pao is a bad film.
It's
I
actually,
love it.
like really bad.
It's an intentional parody bad film. I thought that was known.
Yes, it's
Well-
known, but it does not succeed, in my opinion, at its
Yes.
endeavor.
There's a difference between a movie that's so bad it's good and a movie that's trying to be so bad it's good.
Yeah,
I-
like you cross the Sharknado threshold where it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you're too self-aware for this
Exactly.
to work.
And that's what was great about Borat. It just rode the line just right.
Yeah.
My God, he's done it.
He's done it again.
Yeah. Done it once more.
That was fast.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like
that was really
record time for an Ultimate Chicken Horse episode.
Yeah.
Well, for now,
Some great conversations.
we talked about
Fun
movies.
times.
Probably
That was a good
alienated
episode.
I love
a
talking about
certain
movies.
Portion of our
Redeemed.
audience.
Redeemed.
Redemption.
Yeah, redemption.
Redempted.
Rob's redemption can never redeem itself though because it's so uneconomical.
Just get the witch's pussy and stop being
Just
old.
rotate
No,
your
Rob.
trees.
Rob, Mike Fox made Yankee Doodle. It's 8.1 excitement, doesn't make people die or throw up, and it's only $17,000, and it gets over 50 miles an hour. It fulfills like every challenge in the game.
I'm not gonna lie, that is a great code that he made. Like
He's a
surprised.
goddamn like genius when it comes. He's a surgeon.
That's
I hope
it.
he
That
gives-
honestly,
Doesn't watch this
that's
episode, or he like
surprising.
never let you live that sentence down.
He's the amusement surgeon.
I hope you give the Green Mile a chance.
Thanks for watching Verdant Gardens. Thanks for watching
And,
Ultimate Chicken Horse. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. No matter who you're watching, it helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching.
Said
And I'll see you
buffer.
next time.
See you later.
Bye.